She was our rock.
She was the constant in our lives.
She loved life, she loved her kids.
She was an amazing woman. The unconditional love that she always gave us was something so special.
I think everyone, if you're fortunate enough to have a mother like ours, you know, you'd say that about her.
She always lived by, you give your children two things, one is roots and the other is wings.
Janis Foligno had it all. She married her high school sweetheart, had 4 amazing kids and athletes. Her daughters, Lisa and Kara, played Division I lacrosse, and her boys, Nick and Marcus, played hockey, just like their dad. Do you see traits of her in them?
I see traits of her in every one of the kids. Yeah, there's no question. You know, Lisa has her go-get-'em attitude, and Kara has her patience under control attitude, and Nick, Mr. Neat and clean, and then Mr. Marcus, happy-go-lucky, you know?
Janis was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2004. She beat it, but a little less than 5 years later, it came back.
Things were going well. It was almost 5 years. And they usually say that 5 years, you know, you get past cancer, it's a great sign. The chances are pretty good that you've beat it. And we were just short of 5 years.
It was devastating news. At the time, she had pneumonia, and it came back and metastasized to her lungs and her liver.
It was another hurdle for us that we had to deal with, and unfortunately, we couldn't do anything more to help her.
Janis had one final goal, and it was for her baby boy, Marcus.
We talked about looking forward to something. She had it in her mind that she was going to stay alive to see her son Marcus get drafted.
That was emotional, just even bringing that back up. It was really hard. That was probably the first time that we hadn't really been at something as significant as a draft as a family.
We were able to go, but she wasn't. She saw it on TV, but she had all her family and friends there that stayed back to be with her on that day and celebrate with her.
It was, tough. She wasn't there in Montreal when I got my name called, and, it was more excited to rush home to celebrate with her than anyone else, really.
Knowing that she could see her baby boy get drafted, knowing that he was going to be okay, I would just admire my mom so much because I know she was hanging on hard for that moment.
And I remember rushing right back to Sudbury at that time, and Marcus coming in the door, and he's wearing the Buffalo Sabre jersey, and she gets a big hug from him.
I'll never forget that moment when they embraced each other, and it was tears, and there was happiness and sadness, and she was so proud of him.
She was very brittle at that time, and she definitely was a fighter right to the end, and definitely just a great time to celebrate that with probably one of the biggest supporters of my life for sure.
It wasn't shortly after that where she passed away.
In 2010, a year after she passed, the Foligno family started the Janis Foligno Foundation.
There's a lot of people out there that don't have a lot of information. Canadian Cancer Society is really doing a great job in trying to inform people about what the options, alternatives, where they can turn to for answers, whether it's a person that has the cancer, or the caregivers, or the friends, or the family.
And this year, the family donated another $50K, hoping to support people closer to their hometown, Sudbury.
I think from the resource standpoint, we want to make sure that we are contributing to the North and to the resources that we can make to give people better treatments and better support as they're helping their loved ones through cancer.
We fight for everyone and everything now because we saw her do that for our family. It's a reason why we started her foundation, to try to continue her good work.
If she could say something about what you all have done, what do you think she would say?
This would make her really proud, trying to make, the world a better place. And when you're talking about cancer, it's something that's taken a lot of people's lives and broken up a lot of families, and to see what we're doing and to see the support put a big smile on her face.
She'd be proud of the fact that we're doing this together, everyone's contributing. And then I think the other thing is that she would also say, but you haven't done enough yet, keep going.
What I'm proud of is that we have a family name that has done more good, hopefully, than anything else. It doesn't matter what the records are in the record book or what you've accomplished. It's did you make a difference in the world? And I think when you hear the Foligno name, you'll smile, hopefully, and know that we were trying to do our best to help others.